Alright guys, let's talk about XRP on the channel for the first time since May the 13th. That is actually this candle right here. Now you can see that it had not broken out of this bull flag just yet. And it actually broke out on July the 10th. Now let's put this on a weekly time frame. I think it'll be a little bit easier to see this, but you can see guys, basically back in November there was a huge surge here. Went all the way up to about 260 before it had a pullback and then the next surge. Now that next surge up went to about $3.40. And at the moment guys, we are almost at that point. We are at $3.30 basically. And we have taken out the high over here, at least on a candle closing basis at the moment. Now that doesn't mean this can't pull back. And you know, this is a weekly resistance as well guys, so we do have to close a Sunday to Monday weekly candle above this. So 303 is the point really to seal a candle basically, or more. And right now we are well above that, so I do believe we are going to get that. Now the target of this breakout is up here at about $4.10. So keep in mind, right now, there's resistance here at about $3.63 on this Fibonacci, and there is a $4 psychological resistance basically right here, guys. So will we exceed this Fibonacci or maybe this $4 resistance? Maybe we come up a little bit short on the $4 resistance. That's probably my guess. Maybe we won't reach 410 just yet. At least, you know, it might consolidate or something like this is my guess. But yeah, we do need to look at the technicals now. Now, taking a look at the volume profile, guys, there's pretty much nothing up here where we're at right now. So let's zoom out here. We don't need to really look at much below about this line right here to $1.55. Now, if we zoom out, we can see that, yeah, we are on that last candle. But there's almost nothing there, guys, holding us back, at least, you know, when it comes to volume. Now, taking a quick look at the Bollinger Bands, guys, you can see it was pretty narrow back in November. We did get kind of a little squeeze here, and then it got quite wide, but we are coming back together, but it's not as narrow as it's ever been, at least on a weekly time frame. But you can see there was kind of a little pinch here. You know, for me, I think it's narrow enough. You know, of course, this would be better. I think we would get a little bit more of a pop. But on the daily time frame, let's take a look. Maybe it got a little bit of a squeeze there. Let's take a look at the consistency. Yeah, it is pretty narrow back here, guys. End of June, early July, you know, it's pretty narrow right here. May have gotten that little bit of a pinch. But yeah, you can see the consistency, you know, as to the width, basically all through it back here. Now, of course, back here in November was more narrow. But this, you know, I would say this is narrow enough to get a little bit of a pop. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic, guys, you can see that it's a little bit overheated here on the RSI right now. Stochastic is pretty low. The blue line just crossed this red line as well, so it can still move a little bit higher. Now, RSI has also been a little bit higher, so I do think this is going to continue at least this month. Now, on a weekly time frame, getting into the overheated territory here on the stochastic, the RSI is just flirting with it, so it can still run a little bit higher, guys, but not too much more, I would say, before it turns down. Now, daily time frame is overheated. Looks like that red line is crossing the blue line on stochastic at the moment, unfortunately. RSI is still pointed up, but I don't think that's going to hold for long. The 4-hour time frame, again, overheated, guys. Looks like that red line is about to cross that blue line right here. RSI is still pointed up. Can go a little bit higher, but again, I just don't think it's going to go up that much more. 1-hour time frame, kind of flirting with the RSI being overheated. It's come down and got a bounce off that, and you know, that neutral zone. And the Stoch is actually pointed up here. It can still run quite a ways, but still, we kind of have a mixed signal there. 15-minute time frame, again, pointed down. Red line has crossed the blue line here on stochastic, but the RSI is still pointed up. So, guys, mostly, you know, the signals are pointing to at least a cool off, I would say. I don't think this is going to continue in the near term much higher. I would say there could be a rest period probably at the top of this Fibonacci at the most, I would say. We'll see. I could be wrong. Maybe, you know, there's some other hype about XRP that I just don't know. I didn't really look to see if there was anything, but XRP is an excellent coin, guys. This is my third largest bag. But yeah, probably I would say the maximum would be up here at about $3.63 on this run if it goes a little bit higher. Now, looking at the MACD, guys, you can see this is the highest point that it's ever been. That's kind of surprising for me, at least on a monthly time frame. And you can see this wave, this green wave, is a lot bigger than these other couple of green waves that we've had. But yeah, that's actually interesting. How high can this go in the monthly? We just have to wait and be patient. Now, the daily time frame, we are starting to get that green candle. I should have zoomed in. Yeah, you do have this small green candle, but it is dark green. So the blue line has actually crossed this red line as well. So momentum is up, guys. Now, taking a look on the daily time frame here, again, we do have a green period that started back on June 25th. And yeah, this is pointed pretty heavily to the upside. Local high here was around 0.43. So we're sitting about half that right now. But yeah, I do think, you know, all indicators here on the MACD look pretty good, I would say. Yeah, in my opinion, this is going to run a lot higher, guys. In my opinion, if we get a bull run, a really good bull run, I think XRP is a $20 to $25 coin. Now, I think easily this is going to at least $10 to $12, maybe even $15. But honestly, this coin, I believe, could hit $20 to $25 this bull run. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics, guys, this is the number 3 coin as you see here. And yeah, I do have a fairly large bag, guys. And like I said, I bought this very early on in January of 2021, probably around 20 to 30 cents. It says my average is 0.66, so 66 cents. But that may not be right. I'm not 100% sure. Now, the max supply is 100 billion. About 59.1% of that is out right now. You know, I don't like it when it's more than 10 billion, but they do have the fan base, the XRP army, guys. So when you have something like this, you know, like Tron or ADA, you know, they also have their fan base. You know, these coins tend to get eaten up really, really quickly. So yeah, in my opinion, this is not bad. I'm glad they do have a max supply. And the all-time high, yeah, we're pretty much almost at it, but it says 340 over 7 years ago. I don't know why that's 7 years ago. We just hit that not long ago. But anyways, doesn't really matter what it says here. We're about to make new all-time highs. Now, before I go a little further in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 10 exchanges, guys, and if you use my links, of course, I do get some commission, and it helps keep this channel going. Now, you can also sign up to Moodix. You get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here. Now, looking quickly at Bitcoin, guys, you can see it's just in a consolidation here. So I think I said maybe a few days ago we might bounce between about like 116, I said, up to about 120, and that's kind of what we're doing, but it's basically 117.3 now. Up to about 120. So we are getting a little bit of a bounce right now, 119.320. We need to seal a daily candle over 120 basically, and then we'll see probably some continuation. Now, in my opinion, Ethereum is actually looking better than anything. I actually had a student, an English student of mine, because I am an English teacher by trade, guys, more than anything. But they were asking me if they should sell because they were break even and they had actually lost a lot and now they see it's break even. I told them, no, don't sell. Now, this is not financial advice, guys, but I am not a big Ethereum fan either. However, Ethereum is the leader of the altcoins, unfortunately, I have to say. And right now, it does look the best. So, in my opinion, it would be a shame to sell right now. There really isn't that many resistances above us. Now, if we zoom out, let me put this on a weekly time frame. If you were going to consider selling, you probably need to consider somewhere around $4,000, just because you can see this is the top several times here. There's been 5 times around $4,000 that has been a top. Now, it's only exceeded that really one time before, you know, and that was way back in 2021. So, you know, if you're considering selling, I would let it go at least maybe till this Fibonacci at 38, let's just say 38.38, up to about $4,000. And yeah, I mean, I do think it could exceed its all-time high now. Before, I didn't have much faith in it doing that, but at the moment, it does look like it might exceed its all-time high from 2021. Now, looking at the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, guys, it is hitting 1.42 trillion. It's trying to break through that. It's also trying to break through this monthly resistance at 1.43 trillion as well. That is a stronger resistance because that is a monthly resistance, so keep that in mind. Now, the CME, nothing really to look at, but we will look at this on the weekend. The dominance, guys, is getting, quite a pullback here. And the target of this breakdown from the M pattern that I showed in the video, I think yesterday, is down here, and it actually has support basically at 60.46%. Now, the dominance is getting a little bit of a pullback as well. Last night, it did hit this line at 4.31%, got a rejection, sitting at 4.23%. The next support on a weekly time frame is 3.8%, so keep that in mind, guys. Now, we are getting a little bit of a stronger dollar at the moment, so Bitcoin is not shining as much as Ethereum. And, if we have a stronger dollar, that means a weaker Bitcoin. Now, the altcoin season index right before this video was a 41. Now it's a 37, so it has updated. And yeah, in my opinion, still fine, guys. This is just a small bump in the road before it goes up again. Now, the liquidation heat map, guys, almost 500 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. But it's pretty even on both sides. It's actually even. There's a very small difference there. Now, the fear and greed is a 74 today. Yesterday was a 70, so we are going up and we're getting a little bit more greedy. We do have the next update in about 6 hours. Now, bull market peak indicators still 0 from 30 have been hit. It's still 100% hold, so don't worry. Pi cycle top indicator, the best indicator in my opinion, still has a long way to go to cross. Now, tomorrow, the most important numbers basically is Michigan numbers, and it doesn't look like we really have anything else. We do have Atlanta Fed GDP now. That's kind of small. But anyways, yeah, Michigan numbers tomorrow, if they are good, then I think we'll see a little bit of a pump. But basically, this week was CPI and PPI. Now, today, on MEXC, it did show we did have a positive day, so that is a good thing. Sentiment is still risk off, though, but the trend is growing, which is also not good. But, I do think this will fade as well, and it will start to go to risk on soon. Taking a look at the FedWatch tools, guys, still, this has not really changed, guys. I'm really surprised that this hasn't gone down. But if we look at Polymarket, guys, there's a lot of things here about Jerome Powell and if he'll be out in 2025 or if he's going to be fired by August 31st. These are quite high chances. In my opinion, I think he is going to be out before his term is up in the next 8 months. Now, if you go here, you can type in Fed, and you get a lot of odds here about the decision in September and October, and take a look at it if you want. But Trueflation is showing a 2% inflation, so that's exactly what they want, guys. And a lot of people say Trueflation is probably the best indicator, and yeah, it probably is. Now, taking a quick look at crypto bubbles, guys, it does look pretty good for the hour, day, week, month, and year. So everything is green so far. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo. There's 29 deals that were found here. Of course, there's not everything here. Bitget doesn't have anything listed on Coinondo ever, so there could be more. Be aware that there are limits, of course. There are the number of days that you have to lock up coins. But yeah, you do have everything here, guys. And anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys. Again, check out some of those deals I have below. And if you want to become a member of the channel, it's only $2, guys, and I will put you in a Telegram group, and you will get these MEXC notifications, at least the ones that affect Bitcoin, immediately when it happens, guys. So anyways, like I said, I thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.